All right, man, let's talk about Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman reacted to Cam Newton's deal, and it wasn't a nice reaction. If you didn't know, we talked about it yesterday. I appreciate everybody for supporting the channel once again. Cam Newton signed a one-year deal for $7.75 million incentive-based deal. According to Richard Sherman, I put the screenshot on the screen. The deal was for the league minimum. I guess the base was the minimum. The minimum is $110,000. Or maybe he was just saying that to say it. I don't know. But let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the video. Check out our NFL channel. NFL playlist, excuse me, for more videos like this. And if you want to keep supporting me, check out the Detroit channel about Lions, Pistons, everything going on in Detroit at Motor City Sports Talk right here on YouTube, Motor City Sports Talk. I appreciate everybody support both channels. And I definitely going to branch off into other platforms as well. Looking into starting a visual podcast, kind of a little bit something different. So, bear with me. I do have a podcast with other channel. Always check the video description. That link's there. So, I'm trying to do something different. So, check me out there. But yeah, man. He basically said, and I'm paraphrasing, but I put the tweet on the description that how many transcendent talent former MVPs are playing for the league minimum. He said there are quarterbacks getting $15 or $16 million. That's lesser than Cam. And Ryan Fitzpatrick, as long as they don't cut him before camp, I'm guessing, because they have a potential out after last year, he's making $8 million this year, so that ain't incentive based. So Ryan Fitzpatrick is making the base of $8 million this year. He's making more than Cam is, even if Cam reaches all the incentives in the contract. So Richard Sherman is right; it is a double standard, and black quarterbacks are still, fighting and going against the grain. We had a ton of black quarterbacks like Charlie Ward that had to go the hard way, and he ended up going to the NBA. Warren Moon had to go to the CFL to prove his worth. And when you look at the top 4 or 5 quarterbacks in the league, the majority of them is black. Russell, Patrick, Lamar, Watson, Dak. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good ones. We got a lot of good ones coming up. Kyler Murray. You know what I'm saying? So you can see this keep going on and on. And no matter what, they still disrespected. Colin Kaepernick, he's sitting out there for years over a political stance, and they admit that he was right. And he's still not in the league when he should still be in the league. I'm tired of hearing this guy interested, this team interested. Trubisky in the league, he can't even play not a lick. He went before Watson and Mahomes. Explain that to me. Anybody that watched the tape, you're going to take somebody from North Carolina that barely win, his numbers suck, or somebody from Clemson who put numbers up, or somebody from Texas Tech in the Big 12 who put numbers up. It made no sense. So just let you know that, the NFL is trying to fight the changes that's coming. So you see black quarterbacks are dominating, you know what I'm saying, but they still don't want to pay us properly. Patrick Mahomes should be paid right now. They don't want to pay him reportedly, you know what I'm saying? They was willing to trade Russell Wilson to Cleveland because they didn't want to pay Russell Wilson what he was worth in Seattle, so that's just true. So Richard Sherman speaking facts, but we can't forget that Richard Sherman was sitting there capping for that white guy that said Lamar Jackson, was only good because he can hide the ball because you couldn't see the ball because his skin color and his arm. So I'm not gonna forget that. Richard Sherman can talk all that black shit all he wants to, and I can agree with him on this stance, but coming out there and capping for the San Francisco 49ers, for that racist radio guy, commentary guy they got, man, you lost some cool points. But you know what, man? We can give you a strike on that one. You got 2 more strikes to fuck up, man. But you right about this, man. Speaking up about this, man, that they ain't treating Cam right. I ain't a big Cam fan. When Cam didn't stand or didn't kneel with Kaepernick and didn't support Kaepernick and wearing all these rumpers and dresses out here and being a fruitcake, I jumped off the Cam bandwagon, straight up and down. I used to like Cam at Auburn, liked him early in his career. We rooted for Cam, but when he switched, I wasn't fucking with Cam. But one of my commenters had an interesting comment about Cam being successful with Josh McDaniels, and they said if McDaniels can get Tebow to work, he can get Cam to work. So I'm wishing for him the best because I want to see black quarterbacks succeed. But him as a person, bro, I don't respect that shit, man. I don't respect how he did Kaepernick. He was supposed to, take his earning power, his star power, and help Kaepernick. Not necessarily had to kneel, but just support him, man. When Kaepernick stared at him like, you hoe ass nigga, I'm gonna get that poster blown up for sure. That's gonna be in my house. So, it is what it is. Sherman got a point. It's a lot of less quarterbacks. Carson Wentz ain't won a playoff game, and he probably never will win an MVP. He had his best year to win one when he got injured. Jared Goff ain't never won one. Flacco found the team. He not making what he make, though. But you can just keep going on and on. Matt Ryan, He ain't that good. You know what I'm saying? They ain't had no problem with paying him, but you know how I go. The NFL want to keep their hierarchy white and white at the top, and they want to keep the players as slaves at the bottom. People saying, "How slave? How you slave? You making millions of dollars? You a slave? You making millions of dollars?" When the NFL owners are getting over 50% of the pot, they making billions, and they own respective fields, and they making billions. You know, in your field, people kill me. Well, I hate America. You know the way that they pay all these athletes these money, and what about the owners? The owners make all this money and they get all these tax breaks. You know, from people understand owners, primary income ain't the NFL. And they get $250 million every year, at least that in TV money before a ball is snapped. So how you mad at the athlete and not the owner? The owner ain't paying no taxes. You know what I'm saying? Whatever tech business they got, they get all these tax breaks. Meanwhile, the players pay all this tax. They pay more taxes than the owners. You know, it's just unfair. Well, stop watching sports. You know, stop buying the jerseys. If you feel it's unfair that the athletes make more in the fire department, well, you need to change up. You need to take that money that you paying for the NFL, go buy Fireman Jeff, fireman jacket in the stores. Go watch him put out fires on the street and pay $50, $100, $10,000 for a seat, depending on if it's the Super Bowl or fires. People kill me, act like they don't understand the economics of it. You know what? A lot of people that say that, are just ignorant to how the system works. You need to be mad at the owner who getting all this money who ain't paying no taxes. Amazon owner who own that. Dude that own the big three, General Motors, Ford, Chrysler, don't want to pay their people, but they getting all these tax breaks. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all know what it is, man. Goodfellas Sports TV. Check out our NFL playlist. Let me know what you think about Richard Sherman comments. Don't forget you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All the links in the description. We got a Facebook group. That link's in the description. Fastest way to get in touch with me is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter in that order. Want to make a donation? If you haven't already, subscribe, share, comment. The best way to make a donation is share the video. But hey, Cash App, PayPal, description one time for the one time we go.